Well, hello guys, hello. Welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel. I'm so pleased to be reading again for you today. Okie dokie, update on the holiday. Oh dear, I don't know, I've lost another nail. So that means I have to go back to the salon, which is ironic really and funny because somebody suggested I do a reading on that sales rep. Well, I did ask yesterday because I thought, oh, I can't be asked going back, you know, and complaining. I just thought my nail is fairly long anyway, so I thought if I can just get a colour of the nail varnish, that'll have to do. But it was really funny because it flicked off and I found it. So I put it on like an inset of a shelf that they've got just here. Anyway, and I thought all I need is some super glue. Well, believe it or not, I found some, so I don't know where the hell I got that from or if, you know, I'd packed it unawares. Anyway, I swear to God, I went to pick it up and it slipped right down the side. I'll tell you what, I was all but going to rip that bloody bottom shelf off to find it. But anyway, so yeah, I've got to go back, but let's have a look. What's happened to the sales rep? I haven't seen him in a few days. I'm getting bank and money here, security, so I don't know, maybe he'll be there. Maybe he's had a couple of days off or something. I will my visit to the salon go if I go around. Well, I would have said no actually, but anyway, go on. Will I get another nail? Oh, more stress than it's worth, okay? And losing sleep because I bet when I go, it's shut. I haven't seen the sales rep, and I did get either. Does he work there still? Well, I think although there was a hoo-ha at first, I'm just getting like useless emotions, wasting time. Maybe he thinks he's wasting time with his sales. You know, the owner was like going on about redoing, you know, the interior. I said to him, I went, it's pointless spending 10 grand on that. You might as well spend 3 grand on training your nail technicians better. Well, I must admit, you know, the girl who attached that one again, or redid it completely actually, she was real good, and yeah, I was happy with that. Anyway, I give up. We're going out tonight into Sham, so hopefully I can find somebody there. I don't know, all I want is the same nail polish. I've given up now. We're going home a week on Saturday, so I ain't fannying about with them all. So yeah, so I think that's it really, update. I didn't really do much yesterday. I was testing out my creams and everything. I've come to the conclusion that I won't be thinking I can mix this up myself. That I'll, you know, because 2 of the ingredients can have reactions, especially in the sun. Well, I tried it out yesterday and I didn't get burnt having put it on and rubbed it all in, so that's a good thing. But I just, you know, I'd be a lot happier for somebody else to sort that out for me, test it and even brand it. So we'll see. But yeah, a bit above my station there. Again, you know, I have these mad ideas, and it's due to the cards and all because they egg me on. So yeah, that's what I did yesterday. Was whipping about all over the place near the pool and in the bar upstairs. You know, now I've come, instead of layering it on, to rubbing it in. There's something in it, guys, because none of us are getting any further progression of a bite. So, you know, if you've got that bite within less than 3 hours, and when I say bite, it's when it starts to itch, it's even more effective as well. So yeah, I've been testing, and collecting data and doing photos, you know. It's a lot of hard work, isn't it? But I've got nothing else to do. Anyway, guys, let's crack on. We're going to look at King Charles and Prince William. You know, is there something going on there? It keeps being reported, doesn't it? So let's have a look. How does King Charles feel about William's popularity? He believes, you know, William is taking things in the wrong way, the wrong direction. You know, he doesn't like some of his ideas as well. Now, that could be ideas about showing himself at football, which apparently people are making a mountain of a molehill. I mean, I'm not being funny, you know. The campaign for mental health and mental health, you know, in his situation that he has no choice over, and has always had to toe the line, and you know, has sacrificed his complete life and his children's and his wife's. So if he wants to go to a goddamn football match, so be it, let him. I think it's good. I do. I think it's you know, yeah, I do. You know, and King Charles has got nothing to moan about where Prince William is, because Prince William is whiter than white. He's you know, absolutely untouchable. So there could be some deep-rooted discussions there as well. I mean, he's, you know, well and truly you know, messed up his role as a king. He's let us down. He's not done anything. He hasn't you know, all he does is promote the M-word, you know what I mean, don't you? Yeah, the M-word. No time for us or the white folk. No speech on Henry and what's happened. You know, all he's bothered about is himself, really, and keeping himself out of trouble as well. I mean, it will be complicated by the fact that you know, he does have cancer. But I mean, really, you know, you had an affair, cheated on your missus, got another missus, lied about calling her queen, because he wasn't going to call her queen, was he? So I think if anybody's got a history, then King Charles has as well. But I just wonder, is this cancer battle affecting his perspectives on things? So we've got the six, another six, reversed as well. So basically, doesn't want something to go ahead, solve, to move on. Now, why am I getting this thing about a funeral? Okay, why am I getting it? Let's have a look. Why am I picking up on King Charles's funeral and the ideas around it? Because it's of two sorts. Well liked. Well, that's usually Harry. Is that Harry, yes or no? No. So there's one part where you will get to watch it, but I just feel like, you know, is the M-word going to come into his funeral? Yeah, and by all accounts, I think William is disagreeing, which he should and all. He knows it's exactly not what we want. If shit wasn't happening, okay, the way it is now, I think we would be not surprised, and as long as it was done elsewhere and out of view, you know, a partial ceremony, we might be okay about it. But this is a big problem, because in the UK, we have got, you know, all these illegals coming in who happen to be of a certain demographic, and not to be confused with decent, law-abiding ones, you know, who can contribute to society, because they're as much in fear as we are. But, you know, it's just, what is it? He's not reading the room. How does William feel about the king? Oh my god, he's not going to go along with something. So you've got the Nine of Pentacles, okay. This is plans laid ahead of time as well. And also, he's telling the king, you won't get away with this. You will not get away with this. Is this about his funeral? Oh yes. Oh yes. So, and I got two, didn't I? So I've got one about his funeral, and have we got Andrew? No. So yes or no, universe, is it the funeral, Charles's funeral, that William's getting very anxious about? No. Someone is involved with. Taking revenge. Okay. The funeral still stands, but I think what is top of his mind, William's mind, is, I think it's to do with that idiot who works for King Charles, and apparently is leaking all this shit about a potential reconciliation. So is William unhappy? No. Does William believe that his dad is now briefing against him? Does he? Yeah, look. Their plan. Their plan. Not in letting this tow rag get away with it. So constructing something, constructing a new way forward. Is King Charles purposely doing this, or not, you know? And when I say purposely, is he giving the instructions to, what's his name, Andreas or Tobin or something? Is King Charles doing this? He certainly is. And it's going through his top advisor, you know, the one he favourites as well. Well, let's have a look. Why would you brief against your own son, you moron? Right, so 18 months ago, I told you that the king was going to start acting real out of order, you know, that we would see it. It was like as if this cancer affects his brain. And I would certainly say it does, you know. It's absolute madness. But the only person it's going to fall back on is not William. It's going to come back on the king. And he, you know, look, you've been told, you've been advised, you're going against your own son. Your own experience tells you, you know, Harry's not going to change at all. So it's the beginning of madness. And I just think, you know, it doesn't stop here. It doesn't stop there. It's going to keep going and keep going and keep going. And that's why it all seems quite mad, you know, and he's off his head. So why is King Charles briefing against his own son? Blockage lies. Because his son's not listening to him. And in this case, I agree. Don't listen, you know. So so what it is the king knows now he's only got a short time left. But it's not about that, and it's not about Harry either. It's about King Charles being bothered about what happens after his death to the monarchy. Well, if anybody's killing it off, pal, it's you. And yeah, you know, like my lad, they're both Cancerians. I think they're both, even the hair thing, even the hair thing, but the mood, you know, the moodiness and sometimes the temperament as well. They're not passive aggressive, but they do feel hurt. And once you hurt them, they're not going to forget it, you know. I don't think they're going to take revenge, but the king cannot see past this. He cannot see past it at all. What does the king want from all this? Oh, he's in charge. He's in charge. So, you know, over the past maybe 12 months, William and Catherine have been coming out, and everybody knows they're the real show. They're the big story, you know. They're the future. So poor King Charles feels like he's been overlooked, you know, that he's done away with, that he'll get the shit jobs, you know, the little ones. Oh, you went to see Trump and kiss ass, didn't you? But that's how it is, you know. He wants to show who's boss. It's the realisation, okay. I don't think it, you know, people will say, oh, it's jealousy, whatever else. I don't think it is. I think he knows he's been a shit king. You know, he's envious of the fact, it eats him up really, that his mother lasted as long as she did. I mean, let's just have a look, see how deep this goes. Did King Charles, you know, and there's no way to put this, but, you know, did King Charles hope our late Queen Elizabeth would pass away earlier so that he could have a longer reign? You just know he did. You just know he did, okay? No, it wasn't constant. It was in and out, in and out. I also feel like he wanted her to abdicate as well. But it's just a fact, you know. It was your turn, but you didn't get as long as you liked. And then cancer, you know, your mother was in the way, and then cancer came along as well. It's a false sense of security for the king, because really, the king cannot do without William. Does the king believe he can do without William? No. he knows he can't, okay? I think it's frustrating, really, and this is why you shouldn't have said anything about cancer, because now everybody's over skipping that thing, the one that he's been waiting for a lifetime for, and straight to William. It really upsets him. So I don't see it as William, you know, doing anything that's the problem. I mean, he's just trying to do the right thing, you know. And yes, they have different views on things. Because I can feel like, is it only 3 years that he's had? Well, it won't be many more. I tell you, it definitely won't be another 3. And that kind of thought process deep inside that you're too ashamed, you know, to talk about and bring to the fore. Therefore, you're not able to discuss it. You're not able to see it from somebody else's point of view. They're not able to see it from your point of view. Because he knows these feelings are very dark, you know, and shouldn't be there. But truth be known, we all have things that we think are dark, you know. Even wishing people dead, you know, under your breath. Keep it to yourself, and you know you can't say that out loud. But has the king, you know, got a dark mind at the moment? He absolutely has. He has. Look, great news, you know. But he loves it when he's got the bigger jobs, and he gets to probably like Trump. That was major, you know. He got great praise, didn't he, for his speech. And yes, it was okay. It was good. Everybody, you know, reports on that. So what does he come up with next to get that kind of feeling as well? Because in actual fact, I think people warmed up to him more than ever before. And so he's trying to recreate these scenarios. And you know what? Have you noticed none of these are about Harry? You know what I think? I think when you first found out you've got something terminal, okay, so you could have had it for a while, and then, you know, it's either come back or it hasn't progressed the way you think it is. So you go from being upset and emotional. You want to be with people that you care about, but then fear, although you don't register the fear at that point, because you become angry with other people as well, you know. It's like I'm dying and you're carrying on as if everything's all right, you know, and everybody's wiping me out all of a sudden on the MSN, you know. So you do get angry, and it increases and it increases, and suddenly no one understands what you're thinking or doing anymore, or why you are reacting. And then there must be the realization around that point where you realize that, you know, life will go on for other people, and, you know, certainly in the case of William, that he will progress. And well, we all see how people got over the Queen quick enough, and he's seen it and he can't cope with it. So I don't feel like, you know, this is coming from that place. Realising, you know, feeling, getting that sense of feeling based on your own experience. So Charles felt alright about his mum passing, because she was what, nearly 80, no 80, 97, nearly 100. She had cancer, she was in pain, so there's comes the relief. the justification of it is the age. Oh yeah, she had a long happy reign and life. He's not getting any of them things, is he? So what is William saying to his dad? Why are you doing this? You know, I know it's your stuff. I know it's coming from you. You know, you're making us suffer. Catherine's been through enough. The children's been through enough. You know, we don't need this bollocks. And it's not a cover or distraction, neither. It's coming from King Charles for exactly the reasons that I've stated already. You should know better, you know. You shouldn't be doing this. You should know better. That we're already getting attacked from, you know, journalists and everything, making out that Catherine's lazy and this, that and the other. Oh, sod off. You won't be in a job in 5 years. She'll still be around in 80. So bollocks to you. Don't take no notice, Catherine and William. You do exactly what you like, okay? If you want to go and watch footy together and stuff like that, great. But they're also doing other things. And to be fair, it's not really any people's goddamn business apart from the people that they support and help, you know, and spend a lot of time on. I mean, the next thing they'll be attacking is, you know, oh, Catherine being an expert on, you know, children up to 5 years old and what they need. Well, actually, she knows more about that than I do, or you know, she's done the research, she's seen the victims, she's seen, you know, how it's affected, and it is spot on. You know, kids are on the internet and consoles and mobile phones all day. Where on earth do you fit in a swimming lesson or, you know, a walk in nature and good things, you know, that ground you? Because all kids do now is spend time on equipment, machinery and what are they, sources that cause mental health. And it's like us, you know, it's called doom scrolling. All you ever read or see in the videos you watch on platforms, they're all full of doom and gloom. You come off there thinking, Christ, I'm going to end my life early. You know, there's no point going on if it's just getting harder. But then, when you go and have a cup of tea with somebody, you know, and you're not on that kind of basis, you know, you realise that that world is quite actually a long way from ours, and to appreciate, you know, being in contact with real people and doing real things like going out, going to the pictures, you know, experiencing things, going to the park, you know, having a barbecue with your friends and family, neighbours. So, you know, that is more realistic to us. She's early, I'll give her that, she's early. Because what people need to realise is their own kids, but if you're an adult, a parent, and you're doing it as well, even whether you're 5 or not, it still affects you in a very, very similar way. Feeling angry, feeling anxious, thinking, oh, I can't watch that, it's too terrible, you know, and then being left with that feeling of unfairness, injustice, and this is what it's all about with the King and William as well. Will the King stop this? So, needs help, needs help. you should be heaping praise on William. Now I don't know whether he's paying somebody to help him with this, or no, I think it's about money. Ugh. So is King Charles and his cronies going to start on money now, where William is concerned? It looks like King Charles has got a lot more to worry about on that side than William. Do you know what happens, right? So he'll start something and then obviously realise later that it was unfair, or how much pain it's causing William and his family. And then, he'll try and help it. He'll try and help it. It's just adding to their worries, that's all. Adding to it. Does Charlie boy love William? I asked, does Charlie love William? So lies are getting in the way of his love for William. So you can still love somebody, because they're your son, and it's like, oh yeah. But showing love and demonstrating it, he's not doing that. So, does he love William? Is Charles afraid that lies will be exposed? Absolutely. You got another King of Swords reversed as well. King Charles would never say to whoever it is, Tobin or whoever, oh here, go out and say this. Instead, he would have a conversation about it, knowing that it's going to be leaked or repeated. What trouble is coming up for King Charles? About the way forward, about him being the driving force behind Summit as well. Again, two separate incidents. It's about a car. Is it about a car? Yes or no? Car crash waiting to happen. No, it's about from the past, his children's past. Okay, what bad stuff is coming up for William? Money. And work and having to pay something back, or people feel owed something as well. Maybe an explanation of sorts. Is this anything to do with the government looking at the royals' finances? Yeah, they're going to try and drag William into it. As well. I'm getting revenge here. revenge, unreliable source. He wants to humiliate the royal family, particularly William. Is this financial? Yes or no? No. So, is this because, as well, does this have a connection to Harry? You got peace talks there and strays off the wrong path. No, I don't. I think, you know, they'll lead on to it with Harry. But I'm on about peace of mind and balance restored, so it's as if there's going to be a whole load of upset and it needs calming down. We all know Harry's going the wrong way about it. He doesn't want to come back. Oh, that reminds me. Ooh, I don't know why I didn't think of it earlier. So your Manchester airport assaulters, okay, you had 3, didn't you? Said 3 will suffer. So you got 1 that's already been dealt with. So it didn't make sense to me about a 3rd one, okay? A 3rd one. So what did I say? I said, oh, it's all about the past. We have to find out, and we will find out about what happened in the past to prevent the jury finding them guilty. So last night I nearly fell off my chair when I heard it was, ooh. So the 2 brothers have another brother who's a police officer and currently suspended due to racism claims as well. I don't know. Anyway, they will, you know, they'll be done. It'll just be later. They'll be done. And that Henry Novak video, I can watch it. So it flicked on by accident on one of my channel subscriptions. I was like trying to get it off my phone. I didn't want to know. I don't want to see it, okay? But the police are, you know, well, the majority of police, I would say 70% out of 100% are absolute crooks. They're stewards, you know. I ain't got no respect for them. Look at them how they deal with things, with the riots and the clashes, you know. Look at how they treat our kind, and I think that's a better way of saying it, our kind, as well. Bastards, that's what they are, bastards. Excuse my French. Anyway, alright, going back to this then. Outcome for William because of King Charles, and this could be his attitude or things that he's got hidden. Actually, what will be revealed, what is hidden and will be revealed regarding King Charles. It's going to be found out that, you know, although he's making out he's not involved in anything, and that could be Andrew, government, censorship, M-words, you know, he actually is, and that will be exposed. How will the public feel about King Charles after that? That he should abdicate. So I said about money, didn't I? Do the forces that be want King Charles to abdicate? Right now, King Charles is stuck with it. So right now, he'll have to stay and face the music. Withdraw and voluntary, withdraw and voluntary. Well, that to me sounds like a cash machine. Giving it away. Yeah, alright, so the king's in for it. Do the forces that be want William in to be king? I've always said that, you know, they don't want the king, they want William. Ooh, look at that, I didn't even see it as well. Yeah, a coronation would be great for the country right now, with all the damage and the press and all the terrible things that are going on as well. So yeah, but why do they want him in power now? Because he knows what he's doing, knows what he should be doing as well. I mean, there's a case for also like fulfilling somebody else's dreams and plans for the monarchy. Let's have a look. I've always said he's not compromised. Is Prince William compromised? No. No, because he never goes along with any of the crap, you know. He's done things himself. He waited and waited to marry Catherine to make sure it was okay. He's done the right thing by his mum, his children. He doesn't want Harry and Meghan back at all. He is not compromised, and therefore we people will think, right, he can come in then, you know, he can come in. We know he's going to behave with what he thinks for us. Now there will be times I you know, assure you that we don't agree with William, but I'd rather him be doing it because it's his preference rather than being compromised and blackmailed. So, you know, this doesn't end well for King Charles at all. Okay, outcome for the king and this leaking and briefing against William business. What will be the outcome? I think Camilla will get the blame here. Will Camilla get the blame, yes or no? Yes. Oh yeah, pin it on Camilla. Who does that? Okay, outcome for William with his dad briefing against him. Big fallout. Big fallout, you know, I'm getting a bit of a rock to the monarchy as well. You know, younger children having to pick up their pieces and not following through on tradition, or, you know, doing something because it's always been done that way. So I think this spirals a lot more. How does Catherine feel about the king doing these briefings? Very upset, you know, can't understand it. Hates to see William so upset, hates to see both clashing. I'm going to say William's in for a tough time as well. They're going to use the Duchy of Cornwall against him. They're going to go on about the, you know, Catherine's, who does she think she is, about this kiddie project, you know, the more it's successful and it goes off, becoming, you know, you heard William say she's becoming an expert as well. well, I'm an expert on, you know, reading cards and being psychic. I didn't go to university or, you know, get a doctorate for it. It's knowledge and experience, and she has that in spades. I don't know. Anyway, outcome is not so good for William. And Camilla gets the blame. Okay guys, that's it from me, 45 minutes as well. I will be back soon with another reading, okay? Bye now. Bye bye.